All right, these are your last two sections, 6.1 and 6.2. And 6.1 is just getting you acquainted with the coordinate system. And I want you to really look at your graph that you have in your paper. Notice that you have positive numbers to the right on the x-axis and negative numbers to the left. This is just like the x-axis or the coordinate system when we graphed using inequalities, when we had our 0 in the middle and we had positives to the right and then negatives to the left. Now the y-axis will have positive numbers up and negative numbers down. So if you get confused on which one's negative, which one's positive, think of a little guy standing here at just ground level, and if you drill down, you're actually going into negative depth. So just think of that if that helps you remember where the negative numbers are on the y-axis. So notice that there's an x down here and a y up here. So these are your x and y axis. Now your x and y axis are joined together at the origin, and this is actually the point 0, 0. Okay? Now 0, 0 is an ordered pair. And an ordered pair is x's first and y's second. Your x's tell you how far to go left or right. It will be right if it's positive, left if it's negative. The y's will tell you how far to go up or down. Up if it's positive, down if it's negative. All right? Now we're going to look at the quadrants. And since it's joined together by an origin, then it's divided into 4 quadrants. And that's what I'm saying, quadrants. So you have the first, second, third, and fourth quadrant, and these are the locations of the points. Now what we're going to do in our next example is we are going to plot the ordered pair and then tell the location. So if it's in a specific quadrant, we're going to tell what quadrant it's located in. If it's located on an x or y axis, we're going to say that as well. Okay. So notice down here we have all different ordered pairs. We're going to plot each one of these. And so the first one I'm going to plot is 1, 5. And when you're plotting these points, that 1 tells you you're always going to start at the origin. The 1's going to tell you how far to go left or right. And since it's positive, I'm going to go 1 unit in the positive direction. And since it's a positive 5, I'm going to go up 5 units and then put a dot. And I'm also going to label that dot A so we know where it is. Now where is that dot, that A point located? Well, it's located in the first quadrant, so I'm going to put quadrant 1 for that location. So the first number tells you how far to go left or right. The second number tells you how far to go up or down. And then we're going to see where it's located. So that next point, B, I'm going to plot it. Again, I'm starting at the origin, and that first number is a negative 5. So I'm going to go in the negative direction for my x all the way to the negative 5. My second number, so I went to the left. I went to the left 5 units. And then my second number is a positive 2, so I'm going to go up 2 units. So that's going to be my second dot, and I'm going to label it B. Now B is located in quadrant 2. Now let's look at C. C is negative 3, 0. So again, I'm going to start at my origin, and I'm going to go in the negative direction for my x, so that means to the left, 3 units. The 0 tells me I go up or down none, so I'm going to stay where I'm at. And this is C, so I'm staying on the x-axis. Since I've stayed on the x-axis, that's the location of that point C. It's not in quadrants 2 and 3 together, it's on the x-axis. Now again, let's start at the origin, and we're going to plot 0, negative 1. So when I plot 0, negative 1, that means 0 places left or right. And I'm going to go down negative 1 unit. So I'm going down, and I'm going to plot D at 0, negative 1. So I went left or right 0 because that first number is 0, and I went down 1 unit. This is located on the y-axis. Now notice that the x and the y-axis both have zeros in the ordered pair. So if you have a 0 in the ordered pair, you're not going to be in a quadrant. You're going to be on an axis somewhere. All right, let's plot this next point, 2, -4. So I'm starting back at the origin, and I'm going to go in the positive direction 2 units and down 4 units. Down because it's negative. And I'm plotting that and labeling it E. Now this is located in quadrant 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes counterclockwise from that first quadrant. Alright, and the last one is F. So I'm starting back at the origin. I'm going to go in the negative direction once, that's to the left one, and then up 4 units. So that's going to be in quadrant 2. And this is how you plot points for your homework. And they are going to have some that ask you a question about location. So if you have any questions about this first page, let me know, and we'll start with the next video on the next slide.